Hey, I'm James.
And I'm Noof.
And today we're going to be telling you why you should be excited about the new Roland SPD-SX PRO. And hopefully we can get you pretty excited by the end of the video too.
I am looking forward to being excited, because that's one thing I like to be. Excited.
As you know, most of us in the industry have heard about the SPD-SX. They've been in the industry for about, since 2012?
At least, yes. They've been around a long time. You see them at pretty much any festival you go to, any of your big favourite bands, the drummer's usually got something like this sitting right next to them.
Yeah, so theatres, DJs, musos, creators, studio engineers, whatever, they're used all around the world.
Yeah, everyone's got one. Yeah.
So, and both you and I have one actually.
Yeah.
So
well, let's throw ourselves in there with that big list of awesome people. We're also awesome. Because James and I own one each, and we play live kit, and now this allows us to bring the digital world to the acoustic analog world. Yeah, sure, that's a pretty common thing, but you've also got a lot of digital creators out there using it. But we've got something new. It is the Roland SPD-SX PRO SX. Tactile wise, feels really good. Let's dive in. Let's go over some of the points why you should own the new Roland SPD-SX. I said SX PRO. Sorry, that's my diction.
So let's talk about the super slick, fully customizable and assignable LEDs on every single pad. Goodbye to gaffer tape, goodbye to post-it notes, trying to memorize which pad's which. You can now fully have your own color coordination. I always like putting red as my drums in my DAW.
Okay, yeah, yeah. It looks like you got different hues, did you say? Yeah, so there's got, for someone like me who's slightly colorblind, now I've had a quick 2-minute little play with this. Obviously I can tell the difference between, look, I can't tell if that's like a yellow or a green, but I know that is quite different to, is that blue?
Yeah.
That is a blue, there we go. A nice bluish hue. And we've got, that's red, right?
No.
Well, I know it's a different color. This is just gonna make, playing in some of those like super dimly lit areas so much easier. Theater, I mean, if you've ever sat in a band pit in a theater production, man, that is, you're like playing in the middle of Mordor. It is just, it's dark, it's dingy, and you are in the engine room, and that, you do not want to be making a mistake in that sort of setup.
Upgraded internal memory, so it's now 32 gigabytes, and it's high speed. So they've actually integrated into the circuit board, so it lowers the latency.
So by how much?
I think it's 1 millisecond. So it should be from 6, which is the old SPD-SX, to under 5.
Okay, that's pretty quick. Yeah, that's like me heading straight for like a buffet, like ding, 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 ping, like to the buffet of sound. I'm straight there, less than 1 millisecond.
A feature I've been waiting for is balanced outputs.
Oh,
so
can we get, hopefully in post, they can just do one of those. Man.
Thank you very much.
Are we talking, when you're saying balance, we're not just talking TRS, are we talking XLR?
No, we're talking TRS.
Oh, come on, Roland. Oh, you had me at 1 millisecond.
You get to finally get rid of a lot of the DIs that you would always have to look around as well, just so we can plug it into, say, like a front of house system without any ground hum or loops or anything like that. So balanced outputs, very good thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Roland. Somebody there is getting a big open mouth kiss.
Roland have also improved the internal build quality of the SPD-SX PRO in their circuit boards. So you've got isolated circuitry, so there's apparently no crosstalk between channel and channel, and there's also less noise. So you get a much cleaner, better isolated sound.
No noise floor.
No noise floor, yeah.
Okay.
They've also recessed the LCD screen on the front. That's nice and big, really easy to read.
I noticed that. That looks great.
Yeah,
it's not touchscreen. I just put my dirty fingerprints all over it. It's not touchscreen, but it looks amazing.
But if you think about it, having something that's not touchscreen, that's recessed, means it's going to be super durable, because the last thing you want is to damage the LCD screen and not be able to read what the hell you're doing. So they've thought about that. It's sealed from water, so they've got a waterproof membrane under all the pads and all the buttons and everything like that. They've done hit tests, so it's gotten the whole...
It can handle that. You know what? I'm just pressing on that right now. Can you see that? Like a little bit of flex.
But it's got like a gap, so it shouldn't actually, even if you do hit or you've been,
so it won't penetrate all the way through. Gotcha.
Yeah, penetrate. For those of you who don't want to use drumsticks, they've improved the sensitivity where you can actually use your hands. If you don't have a pair of sticks, you can still play it, still trigger it. So
don't even need these things. You can chuck them out. So if you're doing like that Led Zeppelin cover, Moby Dick, you could.
Oh yeah.
That's all you get. That's just a teaser.
I think Noof's getting a little bit more excited.
I'm getting
I think your excitement levels...
It's not peaking, but it's getting there. Oh yeah, we're on the road to excitement.
How does the size compare to the old SPD-SX?
Well, you know what? Just looking in comparison between yours and mine, I think size does matter. No. Well, you know what? It looks... Yours is a bit deeper. Is this shorter? I haven't got a tape measure. I haven't measured them out. But you know what? It looks really, really, really similar. That one's thicker. This one's a little bit thinner.
Mine's a bit thicker and Noof's is a little bit thinner. We can't use that.
Yeah, we can.
We cannot use this.
Cut that out, Sean. You're in so much trouble.
And the size is pretty much the exact same footprint as this. So if you've got cases pre-made or anything like that, it's just going to slot straight in. You don't have to like go out and buy a new case, which I think is good.
Yeah, the size is good. It's a good size. You'll be happy with the fit.
Noofster.
Yes, mate.
You've gone through some of the default stock sounds on here.
I have. And I like them too. They're really good.
Both you and I have gone, wow, these are new sounds from Roland. They're not
they are fresh, they are ripe, ready to go to market.
I actually had a lot of fun playing around with all the different patches.
Yep.
And there's some that demonstrate some of the new features that they've put on, such as the side chain compression and the transient designer. So I think it is patch number 13.
Yeah.
Have a bit of a play of that using these little pads here.
So the ones at the top?
Yeah. Hear how it ducks it?
Oh, that's awesome.
You hear that ducking effect?
That's amazing. That's... Now, that is awesome.
Yep.
That is wicked.
So you can do that all internally. You don't need to rely on a computer, which I think is another really good thing. The more you can pack into something like this, the more gear you need to carry. And as drummers or percussionists or whatever,
that's what we
carry too much already.
Ah, wow.
We always forget something.
Always.
What do you forget at gigs?
What do I forget again? Rhythm and timing. Having everything all compact like that. Okay, I actually genuinely didn't know that was there.
It's got a real-time Quantize feature, which means that once you hook it up to a click track, so it uses the click track as a map. So for example, 4/4, at the first beat of every 4/4 measure, it will play the sound. So for instance, if I accidentally hit it on beat 3 and I meant to hit it on beat 1, it will just wait until beat 1 comes around and then trigger that sample. So everything is in sync. On board is also a 16 8-step sequencer. So essentially, say I've got a song that requires these pads to be hit in a particular order. Right? I can automatically load in all those samples in and tell it to play them in order. So it could be an external trigger pad, it could be one of the ones on board. You just hit it and it will go straight away and do the sequence that you've already pre-programmed in. And they've also developed a new editing software for Mac and PC called the Pro SX Editor.
The SX Editor for it's a multi-platform unit for Mac and PC, so no one's left out. I haven't had a look at it yet. Have you had a look at the
SX Editor? No, I haven't looked at it, yes.
Okay, look, if it's anything like the one that came with the SPD-SX, then I'm sure the SX Pro for the SPD-SX PRO unit will also be fantastic.
And in that SX Editor, it means that no matter what file, if it's 24-bit, 96K, whatever, if you drag it in, it'll automatically convert it for you. So I don't need to do any pre-conversion. Automatically bang to 16-bit, 44, or 48K.
That's a big thing. One thing that Roland always do, it is just so super user-friendly, no matter the platform. So I'm looking forward to having a good play with it.
It features an inbuilt MIDI sync in and MIDI sync out. So it means that you can now sync everything to your program. So if you're using Ableton and you're doing something 125 BPM, you change the click
to that
value up to 130 and it will automatically send that information to Ableton and all your samples are in sync. And if you've got a guitarist and you've got somebody using like a drum machine or something like a guitar pedal that's got syncing capabilities.
Full control from this unit. So basically the whole stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that, production people.
You made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Congratulations.
Noof, big question. Where's the excitement bar? Is it exploding? Is it ready?
The bar is all the way up. It is exploded everywhere. I am super excited. No, genuinely super excited. So let us know, I guess, in the comments below. Tell us what you'd like to know. Look, if you've got questions, there is so much going on.
We've only scratched the surface.
Just a little, just at the tip. But we're getting there. We're working our way down the whole length of it. And thank you for watching. That's James. I'm Noof.
That's Noof.
This is Better Music, and you've been watching the new Roland SPD-SX PRO.
Play us out, Noof.
Kill all.